Hello world, and welcome to the Blackout Show with your host SG, Spiritual Goddess. I don't know how well they'll let this video circulate, but we're going to talk about it, right? It needs to be put out there. All right. As the melanated people of the world, right? My people, whatever title that you want to give yourself, I use melanated, but you know who you are. We are the most powerful people in this world. And yet, we are against each other. They are against us. And therefore, we cannot regain our power. We cannot regain our ashe. Right now, people are finally starting to see the agendas that we have been speaking about for years and years and years, 10 years plus, the agendas. And, they said that they were conspiracy theories. That's what they were. Oh, they're conspiracy theories, right? This is crazy. This is not happening. And now we're in a stage where they can no longer hide it. They can no longer fake it. They gotta be real. So all of the things that we've been speaking about for 10 plus years and saying this is what they're doing, it's coming to pass. And yet no one is still speaking up like, dang, this was right. Okay. Just like these vaccinations, we told y'all, don't do it. Don't do it. But yet, it's so many people that don't use their own brain, and so many people that are not one with their Ori, right? When you become one with your Ori, right, that divine energy that's within you, that God that is within you, you become the God and the Goddess. You step outside of the playing field of feeling like there's only one God in this world and realizing that you are a God. And when you align with your Ori and your third eye opens, which is what the vaccination was to suppress, your third eye opening and population control, you would see the world from a different view. So everybody called us crazy. Oh, you non-vaxxers and you this, and we was praying for y'all that y'all did survive. Y'all told us, we wasn't gonna survive. And it's all love still, right? But now, when we look at what's happening, there's nothing that this government has ever given to anybody for free. And they definitely don't give us, the melanated people, anything, right? They never give us anything. Everything that they have was stolen. Even if they paid for it, they didn't pay what they should have paid for it, so it was still stolen. They conquerors is what they're called. And here we are, the people that work for everything that we have to obtain. If you don't think us melanated people have a lot of money, then why are we the number one consumer? Right? Why are we the number one consumer? Why are we the ones that can take a video from nothing and send it viral? Why are we not seeing the power that we hold, right? This is why, they told you years ago, shop black businesses. And then, people started going to get black people to represent their business, right? You almost got to shop with the people that you know, but yet we can't shop with the people that we know because we want a discount from the people that we know. And then we will go and yet give this person that don't give a care about us top dollar for what they want, right? We told y'all, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this shot. It's free. They don't give you anything for free. But yet we're in a stage where we feel like we've never been through this before. And yet that one time, you gave up on who you believed in. You gave up on God. You gave whatever you want to call. You gave up on them and you leaned unto man, lean not into your own understanding. Isn't that what they teach y'all in Christianity? Lean not on man, but of God. But that one time you leaned on man and said, oh, well, I see people are losing their life because of this, so we're going to go and get it. And now you have more people that have this shot that are losing their life than people that did not get the shot. all of the agenda. When you go and look at American Red Cross, I'm running a campaign for my nonprofit organization trying to get people to sign up for Red Cross to give donations. And people are like, they don't even want to give blood. Right? I don't feel like that's the smartest thing because, you know what? I've been in a situation myself where I needed blood from somebody years ago. Right? It doesn't become real until it becomes real. Right? So you always still want to give. Right? But American Red Cross is saying they want non-vaccinated blood. Why do they want non-vaccinated blood? Why is this a push for non-vaccinated blood? Why are people trying to hire non-vaccinated people now? Is it because they're saying, oh, the mandate is lifted? No. Because they know that it's something in the blood of the people that are vaccinated and they don't want it. The airline pilots having heart issues, all vaccinated. Out of nowhere, falling out. Now the airlines, they're hiring non-vaccinated people. When you sit back and say, well, you know, I'm looking for a job, that's almost about to be a question on the application. Are you vaccinated or not? And when you think that they're asking you, are you vaccinated, because they want vaccinated people, it's because they don't want the vaccinated people at this time. Right? I've heard so many stories of, oh, we're going to believe the scientists. Well, if the scientists were so great, why do they not have cures? Why do they only have remedies? Why do they only have suppression? My friend said to me, he said, it's called the medical practice. I don't know how so many people put so much energy and so much trust in a practice, right? This the practice run. Let's go to practice. A medical practice. But you put so much into that. You pour all of your beliefs, you pour all of what you feel into a practice. Let's talk about truth. Truth is, if you go to Africa, there's more people in Africa than there are here. Truth is, these people have deadly diseases that's going around, just like we have here, and they're surviving. When you see things on TV about these kids, being unalived, it's because they are trying American medicines and things on these children. Yes, they have starvation. Yes, they have all of these things, but, America has the worst medical practice ever. You can go to UK and get top-notch service, and you just be like, wait, why was that so different? The practice. America is the only place that you got to work in order to survive. That's why so many people are moving to other places, because you don't have to work to survive. You work because that's something that you want to do. But in America, they keep you on a wheel. If you keep them working, we keep prices high, then nobody can get to where they need to be. You're wondering why we have so much inflation, because there's so many people that didn't want to go back to work because they found a way to make money. So now you're making money without us, then we want to take that money as well. How do we get around that? We still support our own people. It's time to wake up and see the cycle. I talk about this in my new book coming out, Spiritual Gawddess, The Spiritualist. It's a part of a series of books. We're just tapping into the meat and the potatoes of the first book, right? But Spiritual Gawddess, The Spiritualist is released March 1st on Amazon. You can go to the community board. There's a link to it, right? But when we talk about what we want and what we're owed, we owe ourselves. We owe ourselves more than anybody else owes us anything in this world. Do you know that the whites were slaves first? Did you know that? How did it flip to be so bad? Why is this the pivotal point of our history that's talked about so much? Because it keeps you in a state of feeling like you are not good enough. It keeps you in a state of feeling like we have to be scared of them. But no, we weren't slaves first. They were slaves first. Why do you think you people are coming up with these repartitions and things like that? But it still hasn't been done, because we were the first slaves, but yet we were so against each other even from the beginning of time, and it was always about money that we started selling our own selves into slavery, and then therefore it was more of us than it was of them, and that's how the tables turned. We've been selling each other out. We've been not being there for each other. We've been in a situation where it's all men for themselves, and we don't stick together. And so if we can't show them that we're not going to stick together, then how can they stick together with us, right? The Native Americans was here first, and there were some melanated people here. They stole this land. Then after they stole the land, they came up with the story, and you guys still celebrate the holidays and believe into it to this day, still making them rich for their traditions and so on and so forth. And yet we have not woke up. Yet we still say, oh, well, we celebrate Thanksgiving, but not for what they say. We just going to eat. But why are you even spending money on that day? Why are you even pouring into a tradition that should just be done? Why are we still in this energy where we're not trying to figure out who we are? Why are we not sticking together as of yet, still right now? Every friend that you know that's doing something, you should support them, whether you like it or not. But yet we're going to go support somebody else. And the few good people, melanated people that make it to the other side, they use them as an example. Hey, we're not all bad. Look, we got them. But those people, back in the day, what they call house Negroes, not all of them have little melanin anymore. Some of them are very melanated. But then they bring them in and say, see, I did it. They're not, it's not bad. It's not horrible. We can all make it happen. It's just all an illusion. Because if anybody can make it happen, it's us, the melanated people. We built this country on our back, and we are now the top consumers of this country. So why do we not have more control of this country? Every Arab has a gas station. Why? Because anybody from anywhere that does not have that is not melanated, right? Because we all have melanin. Everyone comes from a melanated woman, the DNA. So everybody that can come here, they can get tax exemption. They can get all of these grants. They can get all of these things to start their business and flourish, right? But we right here who built this country, we don't get those same benefits. We don't get those same tax breaks. We don't get any of that, right? Because they want to keep us in a particular situation. Every hood you go to, there's a store. They got an Arab or Chinese in it, or both. Every gas station that they have is the same. Every liquor store is the same. Like, they are putting this on us. They are feeding us this. They are keeping us in a lower vibrational energy. And until we raise our frequency, we will not get to where we need to be. You know, oh man, alcohol help me. Alcohol help you what? Get pissy drunk, get angry, get freaky, get belligerent. Why are you leaning on something so heavy that just takes you out of your able body, your right body? Why do you lean on something that helps you not align with your Ori? Oh, I got to go smoke something. Weed was illegal for a very long time. And now all of a sudden it's legal because they can regulate it, right? But what do you think that they're putting in that stuff? And the same way the food that we're putting in our body. Doesn't mean that our food doesn't have poison in it. It just means that it doesn't have enough to cause harm in one sitting. That's all it means. It causes harm over time. So what you think that they putting in that marijuana that y'all smoking that's coming from these dispensaries? And that they can still tax and still make money off of and still be able to target as many people as they can. Like, at what point are we going to wake up? Everything that they feel like we take in this country, everything that they feel like we like or we take a liking to or we enjoy, they find a way to go in and regulate that so that they can make money. In this country, they don't want you to do anything, enjoy anything, or have anything without them being able to make a dollar on it, right? So you see so many people on social media saying, hey, you need to try this, you need to try that. This is it. But this is where you go wrong at. Why are you putting it on social media? Where you want to let as many people know as you possibly can. The flip side of that is that you letting the right people know and the wrong people know. Y'all talk too much. That's the problem. Y'all talk too much. Y'all want everybody to know something. Oh, this is what we doing now. Go try this. Oh, everybody want to go viral. Everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to be heard. Everybody want to be this, and yet you're a sheep. You're the sheep trying to stick out aside of the pack. Following trends. Because the stuff that's really good for you, it's not on social media. It's not on the internet. It can't even be found on Google. Is there such type of stuff? Yes, very much so. Why can't it be found on social media? Why can't it be found on Google? Because every time you folks learn something, you want to go and tell everybody. So therefore, a lot of things, you have to be held accountable for running your mouth. That's why. Because everything that you see and everything that you do, you want to share it with somebody and let somebody know that you know this, or let somebody know how something works, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Right? This is how things flipped. This is how we lost our power. Because we want everybody to know that we know something, and we all want to make money, and we've always been against each other since the beginning of time. So if we've been in this space since the beginning of the time, SG, how do we change that? We got to start sticking together. We got to start looking out for each other. We got to stop dragging each other on social media just because the media said something or just because they did something. We got to start pulling our people to the side and handling that in-house. And until we come up with some type of structure for ourselves, no one else will take you serious. You can't let these people be the only people to have some type of structure for ourselves when they are not holding themselves accountable, when they're doing the same thing or even worse than what we're doing. But yet you want to judge and hold us accountable for something. We got to come out of their grasp and get into our own. Anything that these people are giving you for free, leave it be. Right? So they can tell you now, hey, you know, COVID isn't as strong as it used to be. But none of you guys paid attention to the fact that when it first hit, the media came out with a story the first few days and told you that it was an American that went over to China and created the virus. And then the media went absolutely blank. Stop talking about him altogether. One or two places, but hey, now we don't know where this is, and this came from China. Yeah, it came from China, but an American created it. American white man created it in China. Went to school here. Okay? So this is how they know which ones get better, because they still are creating them, because they are releasing them. they are behind it, so they know what it is. They know what's bringing. Y'all look at Joe Biden and say, oh, he getting old and sleepy Joe. But, you know, hey, he had the vaccination, so you never know what's going to happen. That man really looked unalive. Why he's alive? Have you ever looked into his eyes? You ever looked at that man's eye sockets? Have you ever looked at him when he's talking? Look how his mouth is structured and his eyes are structured. But everything that we talk about now was conspiracy theories to you guys 10 or more years ago. We got to wake up. It's the battle now is retraining our brain. Retraining our brain. Stop asking your friend for a hookup. Stop coming to people with their own businesses thinking that you can get something for free because you know them. Stop being in that manner. Stop going to support people that have the same thing that your friend got or somebody that you know got, right? But your somebody you know, they cost a little bit more money. I'm gonna go over there because it's a little cheaper, man. Go ahead and spend them couple of dollars. They need those couple of dollars, and yet and hold these people accountable that you're spending money for. What are you doing for our community? What are you doing for our community? Like we have to start holding each other accountable for the things that we do. A lot of conversations that I have with you guys, just because I'm trying to grow this channel, I see people come and listen to these things and they got a bigger platform, and then they go and have these same conversations on their bigger platform. Listen, as long as the message get out there. Supreme gratitude for listening to me. Supreme gratitude for agreeing with me. Supreme gratitude for sharing my conversations with your people, even though you're not citing me for where it comes from. We've been supposed to be aligned to be on this journey. It's time, man. Because if we don't wake up, and they're struggling to stay afloat. The other side struggling to stay afloat. So right now is the time that we got to get up on our stuff, and we got to do what we got to do. Look, I can't tell y'all what to do with y'all children and y'all family and y'all households. But what I can tell you is that my children are not vaccinated. They're not vaccinated even to go to school. They're not. I have a whole remedy that I do for my children when it comes down to school, and I do not even vaccinate my children for school. And all of the things that they said would happen to your kids if you didn't get vaccinated didn't. even any children that I bring into this world, again, they're not vaccinated. Not getting them vaccinated. So they're not vaccinated for school. They're not definitely getting the vaccination for whatever they have going out. Learn to sit the fuck down. If you feel as though you are that scared of what can happen to your child at school, then homeschool your child. Stop having people in your house. Minimize your company. Now, this is not for everybody because I'm antisocial by default. But because I'm antisocial, it's because I already know what's out there. So why am I socializing with people that don't get it anyways? Because the people that do get it, we all the same way. We all in the house. We all got our kids, you know what I'm saying, away from all this craziness. What's out there? Them teaching your kids that the rainbow means something completely opposite of what the fuck it really means. Them out here teaching your children how to do things that they shouldn't even be doing. Right? A child is a child, right? You train a child in the way he or she should go, and they will never depart from it, right? This is what we grew up on. Keep a child in a child's place, right? That doesn't exist anymore in the real world, but it exists in my world. It exists in my world because I choose for it to exist in my world. So, you choose what you want. People want freedom, but in actuality, once you start having children, you've already relinquished that. Now your duty is to get them where they need to go. It's a powerful thing to be able to create life. And I'm talking about the people that created life without any help. No IVF, no any of that, because that's not real. It's a way to manipulate your body into doing something that it needs to do, or implanting something in your body to do what it has to do, but it's really not real. It's a reason that you don't have a child at a particular time. Hell, look at Gabrielle Union. I'm just saying. I'm here to tell you, it's a reason that you don't have children when you don't have children. It's a reason for that. You may not see the reason. You may not even know the reason in this lifetime, but you will know eventually the reason that you don't have children. So when you are actually having children, it is amazing. It is a big responsibility. And you have to be able to say, okay, I need to change my life. You have to see that this child is here to change your life. And if you don't see that the child is here to change your life, then of course spirit will change it for you. Let's stop talking about, oh, let's go hang out. What do you want to hang out for? Your rent late. But you ready to go hang out and go spend money at the club and get somebody to buy you a drink, and you want to look good, and you got your hair done and your nails done, and you got your haircuts and all of these things like that, just to go out in the club, just to be seen by somebody. What is the point? Because most people that are really on top of their stuff, they're not trying to be seen by anybody. And I mean that for the so-called woke people and so on and so forth. You got people that go around and, have conversations. There's a few good ones that I won't name, but, that's their mission. But it's not for everybody. The good ones, you're not going to see them there unseen. Hence the Blackout Show. Ashe.